Drones. Well, tonight we have discovered some drone pilots taking big risks with your safety by breaching protected airspace.
Yeah, certainly an example of that we saw last night. We told you about a tourist from California severely injured. There you see it, after she was hit in the face by a drone during a fireworks show that happened on the Strip.
And tonight, more drone dangers. Chief Investigator Darcy Spears shows us close calls at airports across the country, including McCarran.
Shocking video discovered on social media in February shows the danger drones pose to commercial airplanes. A drone was used to record this video of a Frontier Airlines flight landing at McCarran. Under federal law, operating a drone within 5 miles of an airport without permission is a crime. This report shows Henderson police made contact with the man who posted the Frontier video. He admitted it was his camera, but would not help police ID the drone operator. The DA wouldn't press charges, claiming the law is unclear about from which point at the airport to measure restricted airspace.
Something just hit her in the leg, and we looked over and she just started screaming.
Last September, this drone caused bodily injury when it crashed the pool party at Palms Place.
We're up on the 6th floor on the deck of the pool, and you're not expecting anyone.
Palms Place is only about 2.5 miles from McCarran, meaning it's in protected airspace. The FAA's 5-mile rule covers more of the city than you might think. Here's McCarran in the center, and this red circle shows that 5-mile radius that goes all the way around. It's from Rainbow on the west, up to Oakey in the north, all the way out to Mountain Vista in the east, and almost all the way down to Cactus on the south. But that's just for McCarran. There's also a 5-mile bubble around the Henderson and North Las Vegas airports. And of course, the airspace around Nellis is restricted too. So how often are drones flying in violation? FAA data from last year shows 31 drone sightings in or near restricted Nevada airspace. Most of those are from pilots in the Las Vegas area. By the end of June this year, 27 already, on pace to more than double the number from 2017. On its website, the FAA says drone sightings have increased dramatically over the past 2 years.
I've flown this over 1,600 hours.
And that worries pilots like Paul Walter. Last September, a strange object over Milwaukee zipped past his Piper PA-39.
And my wife goes, "Look at that," and boom, we saw a large drone. It was off our wing, maybe 50 feet.
Walter had a dangerously close encounter with a big drone flying much higher than he thought was possible and in the protected airspace around Mitchell International Airport.
We just had a drone fly by us here at we're at 5,000.
Walker's first instinct was to warn other pilots because a drone impact could have deadly consequences.
If it went through the windshield, I mean, that could be serious, to say the least. It could kill the pilots.
As for damage to a commercial jet full of passengers and crew, engineers are running computer simulations. This one shows an 8-pound drone would tear a jet engine to shreds. The damage done in less than a second. So what does the FAA do to fight this risk? In most cases, the federal agency calls local police. In a statement, the FAA said that's as far as they can go, adding the FAA does not impose criminal penalties. That's a question for law enforcement. We contacted our local police. Metro says these calls are difficult to investigate because by the time they arrive, the aircraft or the operator are gone. Henderson police took 3 calls for drones this year, including the Frontier video. Another was unfounded, and for the 3rd, the drone and operator were gone by the time officers arrived. North Las Vegas tells us they haven't had any drone calls. But the Government Accountability Office determined the FAA needs to do more, releasing this study on drones with a clear warning in the title. FAA should improve its management of safety risks. But drone safety is such a new problem, it appears there's not much to recommend except telling the FAA to work on collecting more reliable data and to evaluate technology to detect drones. To put the problem into perspective, from more than 2,000 drone reports called in last year, only 19 resulted in the pilot being tracked down and fined. In Nevada, the FAA took action against a drone operator in 2016 for flying over a music festival in Lake Tahoe. Darcy Spears, 13 Action News.